All right, so hopefully you have some time to pull some positivity towards you, and if you haven't done that, you're gonna do it now because you're gonna hear some inspiration to help you do it. So back to you. So Yolanda, you were telling us about so you finished your 2 year commitment, and then you also kept teaching. What made you stay in Memphis? You could have went somewhere else. Why did you stay and keep teaching?
I love Memphis. When I say that Memphis has stolen my heart, God, these children, and it's these children, the children that I've taught, or the children that I didn't even teach, the children that I see anywhere. It could be outside, it could be at the park. When I say Memphis has so much creativity, and these children, oh my God, they just need that platform. They just need that platform. They need someone to see them, hear them, and they need that support to be able to do those things. They need someone to say, "Hey, yeah, I see you, honey. You are enough. Let me put this here so you can go ahead and do this. Pick up these instruments, singing, dancing, the creates the arts. Like, this is a art city, and I am an art girl. So it's just creative. And also another thing that made me stay in Memphis, I just felt like I had a mission here.
Yeah.
My mission here, man, like I said, the underprivileged children, children that may not have a two-parent home, those type of things. And these were the children, a lot of children that I were working with at the schools. So I just felt like they really needed an advocate. They needed someone to be there for them. They needed someone to tell them that they love them, they care about them. Even though I'm not your family member, I want the best for you. So I really stayed here because I felt like I had a mission to not only teach academics, but I am teaching life lessons to the whole child. And I stand on that. Like, seriously, like, I feel like that is my mission in life. And yeah, and I felt like I could be an asset here. Like, I get these kids. I get it. And not to even, bring my husband in it, but we both came from certain backgrounds where we can reach people,
Yeah.
that might seem unreachable. We were once seen as unreachable.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, I feel like that is my life mission, and that's it. I'm going to stay on that path. And as long as I have been, everything has been going great, and I've just been so blessed.
Love it. And so it's like we're not gonna give up on anybody.
No,
Because at the end of the day, you don't know that one word of encouragement, that one smile, that one moment to just sit and be present and acknowledge someone's existence could lead to a Yolanda sitting right there in front of you who has chef who can cook it up in the kitchen, but also cooking up in the classroom.
And that's true. It's just, that one word of encouragement, baby, that child will remember you.
Forever.
That hug. And, it's just, oh my gosh, that I remember my first year teaching, it was just like so many kids that didn't want to hug, and I'm a hugger. And when I say, honey, broke them down, right? Like, I'm going to melt you, right? And it's just like, come on, the power of touch.
Yes.
And it's not, it gives me chills.
Yes.
When I think about it, it gives me chills. And like I said, it's a life mission. I just want people to see the light in me, the love in me. Know that, honey, I am there for you. My first kids that I taught, I still have a relationship with. I still speak to them. They still call me 24/7, telling me about their grades, which is a good thing. So I just, those are the relationships that I want to build. I'm just not here temporarily.
Yes.
Please use me as a vessel. But let me help you get to college. Let me help you do this. Oh, you want to go to a trade school? Let me help you do that. And you can still be successful. So I'm definitely trying to stay on that life mission and that purpose. Memphis is where I'm supposed to be, and just to be that auntie, grandma, teacher, that advocate for all our babies.
I love it.
Yeah.
So would you say that that's your vision of one day? All of us join TFA with this idea of one day all children will have access to excellent education.
Yes.
Is that your vision, what you're doing right now?
That is definitely what I'm doing right now. And I do believe that. I am a child advocate, and they do need that. And, I worked at 2 charter schools, right? So it's just like, where is a better place to start than to there? And, man, I've seen things so in the past where I know where I was growing up, where one school might have something, another school doesn't have it, right? And baby, this money is supposed to be passed out equally, right? This funding is supposed to be equal. So when I say that so many teachers spend their own dime, you know, on just doing that, and man, if I can do anything to help that and to be an advocate for that equitable education, I'm there. So I am definitely living in that one day, every day. I'm spending that money. I'm spending that money on them kids. But I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy it. No complaints. I enjoy it. I enjoy it to see the looks on their faces. You know, I enjoy it to see them, how they smile with a brand new book. To see how they smile when they have things that, oh, I seen that, you know, we have that here at this charter school, right? So, and sometimes even more, because it's just the level of care that has been put into a lot of these schools where it's just like, okay, we're going to meet kids right where they're at. And then while we're meeting them right where they're at, they're growing. They're just leveling up. Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. And so when we talk about this idea of the next stage, so part of what we do is we go in, we go through it, right? But we don't realize that somebody went through before us and opened the door. And so we're walking through a door, and then we get to a window, and it's like it's bolted shut. It's bolted shut. So then we open the window, and so the person behind us, they walk through a door, they can go through a window, but then they get out there and they're like, wait, it's a whole nother thing. So how do we give advice to people to help them open the door, open the window, get access? So what would be your advice to incoming core members for them to be able to efficiently and effectively and without too much stress get through their core experience?
So the main thing I would say to core members is this: when you get in, like I said, do not compare yourself to anyone. We were all perfectly and wonderfully made. We all have special gifts. And I had to realize that because I kept comparing myself to other teachers. Like, why am I not doing it this way? Why am I doing things this way? And it would make me feel like I was inadequate, right? And then even more so, I'm like, man, I can just imagine a child that would feel that way, right? So core members, future core members, like, my advice to you is just know that you have everything in you to be able to do this. You have everything in you. So with those doors being open and those windows being open, rely on your resources. Rely on your resources. They are there for a reason. Someone can help you. There's so many people in these TFA offices and things like that. Find someone can help you. And there is always someone there that can help you, that help, like they helped me. So definitely utilizing your resources and understanding you have everything in you, and it is going to get hard. Like, please don't let me give you that false sense. It will get hard, but no, that's okay. Like Jamisha said, you might have to jiggle the handle a little bit on that window, right? It might be a little paint around that window where somebody sealed it shut, but that does not mean that window is permanently closed.
Exactly.
So that window will open. If you're determined to get that window open, that window will open. And honey, bust through that door. Bust through the door boldly and confidently. Because even when there's been days where I have not felt like I was doing enough, like I wasn't effective, but I kept coming back. I kept showing up. So that is another great piece of advice. Just keep showing up. Do not give up. Keep showing up. Because the one thing that these kids do not need is another adult giving up on them. And you just have to think about that. And we've all been through things in our lives where somebody has given up on us on something. So just think about how that feels as a smaller child, right? So just, you have everything. I'm telling you, you do. I know it's scary. You might have moved away from home. All these things, but there are people there that can still show you that this is family. You have a family. You're making new family. It is okay. And this is the perfect step to get started.
It is the perfect step. And I think what's so interesting about what you're saying is this idea of not giving up, because we always have somebody, we all have experienced somebody, excuse me, who has given up on us. What happens when you give up on yourself? What advice do you have about people, for them? Like, if you had talked to your younger self, and whether it be at any point, whether it be the core, joining the core, in the core now, what advice do you give your younger self so that you don't give up?
So the advice that I would give myself, so I would not give up on myself is that you can make it. You can make it. This is only a test. No matter how you want to look at it. Baby, this too shall pass. Joy comes in the morning. All those things. I will quote all these folks, right? Like, honey, only for one night. Right? Just one night though, right? It's gonna be okay. And once I'm telling you, it took me almost 49 years to realize that, y'all. So it might not happen overnight. But baby, when you realize it, honey, that is where your strength comes from. That is where your strength comes from, and the determination where I left home in my 30s and I was determined to make it. So when you set your mind on that path, that, honey, I would tell young Yolanda, it will be okay. You got a little bump and bruise, baby, come on. You better dust it off. Get your butt up.
Get up.
Go. It's okay. Shed your little tears. Wipe your face. Baby, get yourself together and get back out there and keep letting your light shine.
Come on, let the
Period.
light shine.
Just let your light shine, because no matter what, if you're doing good, you putting good out there in the world, it does not matter what come against you. Somebody see your light shining. And that's all it takes. And you got to put yourself out there. You cannot seclude yourself. You got to put yourself out there, because how you going to let your light shine? And sometimes, Lord, it is not always about us. We supposed to be showing somebody else that need to see your light. So just keep going. Put yourself out there, because whatever you're doing, no matter how you feel about yourself, baby, it's somebody out there that needs to see you. They need to meet you. You have a purpose in this life. So get out there and don't be so hard on yourself.
Don't be so hard.
Do not be so hard on yourself, young people. No, it's going to be okay. Nobody. You was beautifully and perfectly made. Nobody's perfect.
You speaking to me. I am in a season, honey. This is just giving me some I am what? You are, I am beautifully perfect. Yes, I think that is everything. I mean, and I think we have to get up every day and say that. Like, we are beautifully and perfectly made, and we are here. And like you said, I can't say it, but you just said it perfectly. I really want us to take a moment to sit in that, because it's something powerful when you recognize the power that you possess just by you being you. That's it. Just sit in that for a second. The power that you possess, just you being you. Please make sure that you don't seclude yourself. I think that was something profound in a way that I don't think is fully registering. That we do get into a world where it's like, it's me by myself. I gotta do it. I'm gonna have to take all this on, and that might have been the case back in the day. But I bet there is an opportunity, especially if you join Teach for America, somebody to say, I'll help you carry that load. I'll help you with that.
That's the great thing about joining Teach for America. It is literally, that's why there are alumni. There's someone that's been in your shoes before. There's someone that has went through something that you haven't been through before. So you are not alone.
No.
You literally are not alone.
No.
But we have to know that you need us.
Yes.
We have to know, right? So literally, for so many alumni, there's tons more new core members. So you just have to let someone know. And then a lot of times we can, just like parents, we can see when something is going on, right? But baby, you cannot put yourself in that rabbit hole, right? And you cannot allow your mind to do any of that thinking that keeps you secluded from anyone else. Right? Because if you do that, honey, you're just setting yourself up to just for more and for more things to come, where, honey, once you go down that hole, you already know how it is. You'll just keep going, and you'll think about everything that's not right instead of being grateful for what is going on, right? So stay in that moment. Stay in that moment, but only allow yourself to stay in that moment for one night. Literally one night. And then that next day, you need to start thinking about, what do you have that is awesome? And I bet you can write down more things that you have going on for yourself than whatever's afflicting you. Because, baby, it's temporary. But normally the gains that you have, right? The things that you're grateful for, those are gains. Things that are not going away no time soon. So, yeah.
I mean, I had to sit back. I feel like I'm in therapy. I was in therapy this morning. I'm getting a second dose of therapy today. This is all good. I think this is all right. right. So now we think about that. We think about this idea of paying it forward, and you know, you talked about board members. Do you have any advice for alumni?
Ooh. Yeah. Alumni, make yourself readily available, right? You know how it was when we started, right? So if they ask you to do something, and it's not like jump off a building, let's just go ahead and make ourselves available, because no matter what, the 2 years that we were here, honey, they did the best they could with what they had. So with that being said, the same way you would teach your children to do the best they can with what they have, and you're giving out grace and mercy, all that needs to be extended so you can receive it back. So literally, make yourself readily available, because these younger folks coming in, they do need us. They do need us, and I feel like more alumni need to make it known that they were part of Teach for America.
I agree.
There's so many people I meet, and I could be working next to you for so long and didn't even know. So I think the beauty of that, like, no, when you were part of it, you were gung-ho. It's kind of like when you were in college, right? Them 4 years, honey, you done went to the store, you done bought all kind of gear, you going to the games, and there's 9 times out of 10, as soon as college is over with, like, you put the gear to the side, you know, you're not repping your college no more. No, you keep repping. You keep repping. It's the same way how the pride that these folks have with all of these sororities and fraternities. Keep that pride going. TFA is like a sorority or fraternity. Keep it going. Always represent, because you just never know who you can help. And I say that only because I have a daughter now who is working at my school. So it's just like, you just never know who you could affect. And so just keep it going, because you know we need teachers. Alumni, you get older. A lot of alumni cohorts that I were in with, people that got married, they done have babies, like all these things. So guess what? You need to keep it going. You need to keep it going. If your child might become a teacher, keep it going. You just need to keep it going and make sure that you are repping the place that got you where you needed to be.
Yes. I have chef's kiss. Look, chef's kiss. So before we close it out, I definitely wanted to see if there was anything, you know, we always talk about an issue. This is going to air in April. And so is there anything that you want us to focus on in April to just continue to shine that light, or continue to keep it going?
Yeah, like I'm a big fan of parents, okay? When it comes to parents and community, right? So I guess I would love I would love for us to shine a light on community, because a lot of these kids, if we can build up those relationships between the schools, the communities, and the parents, and really, honey, they're all in one, I think that we will definitely be giving kids a better chance, right? A better chance at that equitable education, right? It starts at home, right? It starts at home. And I just would love to shine a light on parents, communities, schools that understand that it's a trifold, right? Like, honey, it's all related. There is no one without the other with student success. And that's what it's all about. That's what we are here for. It is all about the student success. So if we can find a way to highlight and shine that light on communities and parents and schools that are doing just that, because those are the ones that are being successful. Those are the ones that are being successful. And like the school I work at now, I mean, that is what we definitely believe, that you got to bring in the community. You have to bring in the parents. Like when we do things, we invite out the whole community. Just come. Your child don't have to go here. Let's go. Everybody.
I love that.
Like if our school is here, we are part of the community.
We are part of the community.
Come on. So it's just like, no, we have to build it up. Everything. Like, I don't care if it's Family Dollar from the corner store. We have to build it up, and we are all part of this community when things happen. So, yes, ma'am.
I love that, and I think, y'all, that's something that we definitely need to get back to and continue to shine light. I love that. Let's start putting out I mean, if there are some community events that's happening in your school or in your school community or in the community that your school is in, put that in the chat below. If you want to, you can take some funds and donate to the schools that you're in, that are in your communities.
Mm-hmm.
And then for you as well, I know that you can ask at this point. Maybe you can put down, hey, I teach at this school, I work in this environment, and I see this thing, and I want us to, as an alumni group or as a core member group, I want to see more support for that. I think this is a great time for us to get in the chat together and really shine a light on the community and specifically on how to support the community, and in that, then how can we support our parents. I think this is a perfect time, y'all. Do that in the chat now, and then you'll never know who's reading, who's watching, who can come in and potentially help. If it's a career day, if it's something you want people to volunteer for, just put it in there. We can try to show up. Now, at this point in time, it is unfortunately time for us to close this segment. I am really, really, really sad because it was just so many gems. I just literally had to sit back and take it all in because it was just so much. I told you nourish people's minds and you nourish people's soul. You literally nourish them with all of your food that you gave them. So you just give them food for thought, food to people to eat, just all of that. So I love it. And so I want to leave you with that. Everybody has the opportunity to nourish someone's food, nourish someone with food for thought, and nourish someone with food for their soul. You might not be the great chef like Yolanda, but you are cooking a dish every single day. And so what are the ingredients that you're putting into that dish? How are you preparing? Are you preparing with love? Or are you preparing it with just execution? And you have to be clear about that choice and the impact of how is that going to taste for the people that you're serving it to. All right. See y'all later.